Wow, I guess I better not suck now, huh? So nice to be here. This is really nice. Like Steve mentioned, I've been touring all over the United States and Canada. Recently had an opportunity to perform at Notre Dame University. Thank you, 3 people. Did what I always do. South Bend, Indiana, right? I did what I always do. I get on stage. I thank the people for having me. I said, folks, thank you for having me here in Indiana. Guess what happened? They got a little pissy with me. They're like, we don't call it Indiana, we call it Michiana. My response was, huh? Because I didn't know what they were talking about. They had to explain. They said, we're on the border between Michigan and Indiana, so we put it together. I was like, folks, we don't do that shit in other parts of the country, okay? I'm from upstate New York. I have never driven south, got where I was going, and had someone say, welcome to Tennessee. Never been to the Pacific Northwest and been invited to Washoe. Don't get me wrong, I think everybody should wash a hoe. Especially that night in Tennessee. What was I thinking? People down south never really got me, never really got my humor because I don't fit in with them very much. I am Italian-American. Anyone else? Italian-American in the room. They don't understand. Not a lot of Italian-Americans in the American South. They're like, well, what's the difference between you and what we do down here? I says, down here, you guys kill spiders. Where I live, we break 2 of their legs and say, now go tell your friends what happened. Very much Italian-American. I'm Catholic, and thank you, one person. And I'm what we call a neo-Catholic. It's a little different because I don't go at all. But my wife goes. She goes, and I depend on her to tell me about the things that have changed. And so she announced to me last year that my daughter Harmony needed to go in for classes because she was going to go through the sacrament of first reconciliation. First reconciliation. And I said, is that new? I don't know what that is. Here's my wife. You'd know if you went. I was like, you go, tell me. She said, well, when you were a kid, it was confession. Oh, okay, I get it. Confession, right? See, what happens, you do something wrong, you sinned. You go to the priest, you tell him what you did, he gives you a prayers, a penance, thank you. I told you I don't go. Penance. Gives you penance. You say some prayers, you give back what you stole, you say you're sorry. Reconciliation, right? So soft. You do all of that, you come back to Jesus. When I was a kid, it was confession. We got you, Ralphie, we know it was you. We found the magazines under your mattress. We know what the hell's going on in there. So I'm sitting here going, I got to teach my daughter about this confession. What do I know about it? Who did I have for my religious instruction? I'll tell you who I had. My father, 2nd generation Italian-American. My grandmother right off the boat. Yeah. I'm the oldest of the kids in my family. When you're the oldest, you're like the test pilot. You're the Chuck Yeager. Your parents don't know what the hell they're doing. They try stuff out on you. If it doesn't work, they change it for your younger brother and sister. So now I don't know anything. And I'm so scared. I got first confession coming up. I go to my dad. I said, Dad, I'm scared. I got to go in the booth with the priest. I got to talk to him. What do I tell him? What do I say? Perfect Italian-American answer. You don't fucking tell them anything. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. You weren't there. You don't know those guys. You were out of town on business. I'm 11 years old. I was out of town on business. This is my least favorite time of the year, I have to tell you. Least favorite time of the year because the warm weather, it's here for a little bit. This is just a prelude to what's going to happen. It's going to get hot. I'm fat. I'm a fat guy. And I'm a very sweaty guy. And I will tell you, I start sweating when the air temperature gets above my waist size, which is 52. Stop asking. I got to wear blousey things that hang away from my body. I can't wear a shirt that presses up against me. I can't wear a black t-shirt because then I get that under the man boob sweat going thing there. Then it dries out. Now I got that tie-dye salt stain thing. That's a chick magnet right there. I also don't like this time of the year because all the good holidays are behind us. I like the winter holidays. I like Thanksgiving. That's a fat man's holiday right there, isn't it? Hell, you got everything a fat guy could want. Big meal, football on TV, and no real church obligation. All right, sign me up. If I'm not going on Sunday, the hell I'm going on Thursday. I like Christmas. Christmas is a great holiday. I'm like most guys, I don't mind gift giving, but I hate shopping. So what I've always done every year, I give everybody on my gift list cash. Don't make me guess what you want. Here, take this money, go get it. My wife steps in. That's what the wife does. Guys, you come up with a shortcut, something to make your life easy. Your wife will tell you why you can't do that anymore. I was like, honey, what are you talking about? I can't give cash. When you give cash, you're being crass. Like, what do you mean? She goes, you give cash, then they know how much you spent. Smart girl. Says, honey, I want them to know how much I spent. Because I got some $100 friends, and I got some $10 friends. Yeah. So my wife says, you can't do that anymore. Can't give cash, because then they know how much you spent. So this last Christmas, we compromised. I still gave cash, but I gave everybody euros. Even I don't know how much I spent, really. I have no idea. I hope this is good. Take that. When I was a little kid, I used to judge holidays based on how much candy you got, because I was the little fat kid in my neighborhood growing up. Do you remember when there used to only be one? Now it's all of them? When did that happen? I go to the store, I can't find my pants because some little asshole on a skateboard's going with my pants down the street. He's not even wearing them up all the way. I would judge a holiday based on how much candy you got. Easter was great because you get your Easter basket. You get your jelly beans, your marshmallow peeps. You get the big chocolate rabbit. Were you like me? Did you feel cheated when it was hollow? You're like, holy crap, look at the size of that thing. Bite the ears off. There's nobody in there. What's going on? Put something in there. Marshmallows, pixie sticks. Give me something. Valentine's Day was awesome because my dad used to get my mom the big heart-shaped box full of chocolates. The game there for a little fat kid was to wait till mom opened that up, started picking out a piece here, a piece there. Eventually got to the point where you really had no idea how many were gone, and then it was game on. And if it was double layer, we'll just move those up from underneath. I'm guessing from the reaction in the room, I'm the only one who did that. I'm feeling that's what happened there. Thank you guys for getting together as a group and telling me that. When you're a little fat kid, boy, I'll tell you what, there's no better candy holiday. The #1 heavyweight champion of the candy holidays. Halloween, yeah. You tell a little fat kid that you can get free candy one night a year from every house with the porch light on. You've given that young man a mission. I would get the map of the neighborhood, spread it out on the table, get all my friends around me. Gentlemen, we attack at dusk. Now, you guys probably had normal Halloweens growing up. You know, your mom would throw a sheet over you, cut a couple eye holes, you'd be a ghost. I was the fat kid. Mom threw an Afghan on me, sent me out as a couch. Thanks for laughing right at me, too. That was real nice of you. I played a couple of casinos in Mississippi last summer. I did that joke about the sheet with the eye holes. They're like, hell, we did that yesterday. Oops. Did not know that the Klan was still active in Mississippi. I'm afraid of the Klan because I'm Catholic. Traditionally, the Klan never liked Catholics. I'm not afraid they'd try to hang me. I'd just be embarrassed when the branch broke. I'm a heavier guy. You can all laugh out loud. It won't throw me off, I promise. I would go out trick-or-treating. Got to take a sturdy bag when you go trick-or-treating. What would you take? Pillowcase is the only correct answer. The only correct answer. You might want to take the paper bag, but it's going to get wet. You're going to lose your candy. You might want to take a plastic bag, but they're kind of flimsy and don't hold much. You got to take the pillowcase. The only other thing you could possibly take, that crappy plastic pumpkin from the drugstore, that thing. Oh my God, every year I would beg for the pumpkin. Mommy, get me the pumpkin. One year she caves in, she gets me the pumpkin. Took 3 houses to find what a cheaply made piece of shit this thing was. I'd go out trick-or-treating so proud I got the pumpkin, go to that first house, trick-or-treat, Snickers bar, yeah. Second house, trick-or-treat, bottle caps, oh, I love them. Third house, trick-or-treat, son of a bitch throws me an apple, now I'm holding it by a strap. Hey, what the hell happened there? By the fifth house now, the strap's gone. It's a scene out of Shakespeare, Alas, Poor York. I knew him, Horatio. A fellow of infinite jest. 1,000 times he hath borne me upon his back. I'm doing Shakespeare at Geva Theater, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. My bucket list. I crossed one off. I would not go home until my pillowcase was full, and then people, I had a good dad. I hope you have good dads or had good dads. My good dad did what any good dad would do. I would come home from trick-or-treating, and he would take the bag away from me, spread the candy out on the kitchen table, and take out all the ones that were poison. Every year was the Milky Ways. Some psychopath in my neighborhood poisoning the Milky Ways. Found out Dad liked the Milky Ways. I was 11 years old before I found out I was being taxed. Well, now I'm grown up. I got my daughter to take trick-or-treating now. My lovely wife and I just celebrated 22 years together. 22 years, pretty good? Thank you. People will tell me, Ralph, that's amazing. 22 years together. It's so easy to get a divorce in this day and age. How'd you do it? I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you got to have compatibility. You got to propose to the right person. Start the marriage off right. Folks, you have to marry into your weight class. Nobody will tell you that. You want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you got to make sure you have somebody you can keep up with. Because I traveled all across the United States and Canada. People, I can tell you, I've seen couples out there that are comically mismatched. And I always see them at Walmart. I don't know why that is. Weird looking couples. One's real skinny, one's real fat. They look like the number 10, just sliding down the aisle. You know damn well one of them is not walking at the speed they want to be walking at either. The skinny one thinks they're going too slow. The fat one wants to sit down. Somebody's pissed off. People, you want to have a relationship that lasts the test of time, get somebody you can keep up with. If you're skinny and trim and you like to run and jog and swim and exercise, that's great. Someone just like you, you'll be two fit little peas in a pod. But if you're like me, you like to rip open a big bag of Doritos and eat till you can throw the bag away. If you've ever finished a Pepperidge Farm cake over your kitchen sink, looking out the back window going, someone should rake them freaking leaves out there. Marry someone you can keep up with. That's why I married a big girl. I think big girls are sexy as hell. Oh yeah. I'm fat, my wife's fat, we get in bed, we don't do 69, we do 88. And we're happy. Folks, I'm Ralph Tetta, thank you so much.